the mind. It has been given several definitions by the scholars, all of which are close in meaning. Some said that it is the faculty given to some creatures by which they distinguish the good from the bad. Some said that it is قوة بها إدراك الكليات للنفس, a power by which universal concepts are realized for the self. Some said نور يضيء به طريق يبتدأ به بحيث ينتهي إليه درك الحواس, a light that illuminates a path that starts from where the realization of the senses ends. That means his the senses are input. So there's a starting point from the senses. They input for you information. Then that input goes so far, then your mind goes from there, takes that information and deciphers everything and makes sense of things. A light that illuminates a path that starts from where the realization of the senses ends. This third saying, that it's a light, some scholars said that the intellect is a body, a subtle body, like a light. Other scholars said it's not a body, it's just a quality that some slaves of some creatures have. It is known that the religion of Allah does not come with what is mentally impossible. Everything that came in the religion is mentally approved. The mind is a witness for the validity of the religion, so how would it deem any of the religious matters as impossible? We talked about that. This is also understood from the saying of Allah, فَاعْتَبِرُوا يَا أُولِي الْأَبْصَارِ, reflect, O you who have insight. And Nasafi said, وَأَمَّا الْعَقْلُ فَهُوَ سَبَبٌ لِلْعِلْمِ أَيْضًا. As for the mind, it is also a channel for knowledge or a reason. A reason literally says it is a reason for knowledge or a cause of knowledge. If it were said, had the mind been useful for achieving definite knowledge, then that would take place for everyone who used it. And that is not in compliance with reality, meaning people have minds, but they don't reach the truth. Because many people who use their minds do not achieve definite knowledge. They might be wrong or they might not be sure. The answer is the reason that knowledge did not take place for them is because of the invalidity of their application. As for correct application of the mind, meaning looking into the facts properly, it is in itself a channel or a reason or a cause for definite knowledge, meaning knowing something as it is. An example of proper inference is to say, a prophet performs acts that defy nature and could not be discredited by those who belied him. The one who does such acts must be believed. Muhammad did such acts, so Muhammad must be believed. That's a proper inference. So that's a math problem. 1 plus 1 equals 2. If the major premise and the minor premise are both true, and they're put together properly, then the result will be true. The answer will be correct. This hujjah argument is composed of a major and a minor premise and a conclusion. The same is said about Musa, Isa, and the other prophets. The same argument could be used for them. Likewise, the occurrence of the world is proven through such inference. One would say everything that changed is an event. This world changes. Thus, this world is an event. Every event needs someone to make it occur. Thus, this world needs someone to make it occur. And Nasafi said, وَمَا ثَبَتَ مِنْهُ بِالْبَدِيهَةِ فَهُوَ ضَرُورِي كالعلم بأن كل الشيء أعظم من جزئه وما ثبت منه بالاستدلال فهو اكتسابي. Whatever is confirmed through intuition, badiha, that means immediateness, is necessary knowledge, such as knowing that all of something is greater than part of it or some of it. And whatever is confirmed through deduction is acquired knowledge. This means that whatever is established by the judgment of the mind because of natural disposition or intuition without the need to think is one of the two types of created knowledge. It's necessary knowledge. An example is, as mentioned, with the condition that one understands the meanings of all and part. If he knows the meanings of all and part, then he knows that all of something is more than part of it. And he knows that part of something is less than all of it. He knows that intuitively. Even the animals know that. Like when the animal is missing its baby, it knows that something's missing. Another example is knowing that negation and confirmation cannot exist simultaneously, meaning knowing that a contradiction is wrong. To know that a contradiction is wrong, this is intuitive. Acquired knowledge is what takes place when one applies his faculties, such as applying his intellect and looking into premises and conclusions, listening and moving his eyes, and other physical matters. That's not immediate. So it means he's thinking, he's processing. Then, if everything is correct, then he will come to knowledge in the end. Or he will come to, if he has proper application, but his premises are not definitively true. If his premises are not definitively true, then his answer is going to be not definitively true. It might be speculated. It would be speculated, but it might be very strong. And it might really be true, but just you don't have a definitive knowledge, a definitive evidence for it. وَسُبْحَانَ اللَّهِ وَبِحَمْدِهِ